Hello and welcome. We're looking for $2 million homes around the country. This time, it's Nevada. Wonderful Nevada. We're going to get right into it because here we go. We got a few extra things. So this is a bonus. This is the most depressing house ever. So the award goes to this one, which is just to the west of Las Vegas, or far west, near the border. But it just got the award for most desolate, most sad, the inside was all right, but you had 80 acres. If you want to get the hell away from everybody, sure, it's great. But the scrubland, it's just picture after picture, was a little bit bumming, to say the least. Anyway, so that was the Saddest House Award, goes to that one. Next up, so we got the Reno and Tahoe area. I did not like. They were kind of overpriced generic homes. What do you think? This is Idaho. But this one was okay, so I'm going to give you one from Reno, just to give you kind of a taste of what's going on there. So this house it was just kind of, and this was kind of well done for the area. I mean, seriously, $1.5 to $2 million in Reno, Tahoe did not get you much. It had this kind of glass atrium, but it's like it just wasn't that fancy. You'll see later on down in Vegas, they did a lot better job jazzing it up. Now, this one was special. In fact, I had an indoor pool and hot tub, which, they get snow up there. I'm surprised there was not more of that, but it was very rare indeed to find any place that had an indoor pool up there. Moving on. So this one is a good one that was west of Vegas. It was an hour to the Strip, but it was up in the mountains. So it was like a modern rustic, and it had solar panels, and I think it had a well too, and it was just very, the land itself was not very much, but it was just surrounded by forest land that wasn't anybody. So you definitely have the privacy here, and it had a little barn with a workout area, and it was just a nice, it wasn't just a straight up log, rustic feel. So it was warm and cozy, and I liked it a lot. It had a hot tub, and it was great. So, moving on. The rest are in Vegas, because really when you think of Nevada, you think of Vegas. Sorry, Tahoe. And so all of these are like a max 30 minutes from the Strip. So they're all around Vegas. And this was kind of a one-floor special. I just like, as I'm getting older, I appreciate just having one floor. And it was interesting because they would do these virtually staged, and they would just add furniture and carpets to it, which I thought was pretty interesting. But this was definitely your open concept, definitely your modern design aesthetic. When they remodeled it, rooms that could be great entertainment places, and it had a lovely outdoor pool, and the nice garage for people that, I guess you're car enthusiast, obviously, with the Mustang there, and a good sized pool. So moving on, this house was also kind of in the southeast, near the airport. So it had really funky fans. That's my favorite, is when they go bonkers with the fans. There's just some places, but you'll notice the interiors of these are different. That was something I really, really loved about Vegas, is that for 1.52 million, just there was variety. There was people took chances, and they made design choices not so good, and some like. I loved all the texture of this and all the different tiles, and they mixed it up really well. And it has a great outdoor pool and a little bathhouse, and just overall very nice, clean aesthetic to this house. And far out, and by the way, it has a multi-purpose thing. So you have your basketball court, your tennis court, your pickleball, and is lit because, being Vegas, you're probably only going to want to play in the middle of the night. So very fun property, 6 bedrooms. So I kind of have a taste of things. So this was originally built in the 60s and then remodeled for Jerry Lewis in the 80s. And so you kind of have 3 houses over different ages, just to get a different feel of what was going on at the time. I imagine some of this wood was probably more the original look of things back in the day. And they had this, the pictures are small. That's what's kind of weird. It's like you click on the pictures and they're small. But they made this kind of custom fireplace for Jerry of all these wood kind of assembled. And, and these kind of look like more of a modern remodel because, they paint everything white. And for some reason, there's like this bath by a window with chairs so people can watch you take a bath. I wasn't quite sure what's going on there, but hey, go for it. You have like an upstairs balcony, and you have this long area for outdoor entertaining, and this rock area with the rock slide. So it's just a good house for that area. And the brick is just kind of interesting, just kind of old school for Vegas. So moving on, this was built right at the 80s, but you have a lot of 70s influence too. We kind of had the mission style house to it. And so they kind of concreted over the grass, which I guess makes sense. But this had a lot of like entertainment areas, especially in the outdoors. It had this big bar. It had I'm sure at the time it was a great pool. It's kind of smallish for nowadays, but it had a place where you can shower off. You had your pool table outdoors, you had your cooking areas outdoors. So it's just everything about this is just, having people over and entertaining. This to me kind of had this was built just after the 70s feel. But I still found it interesting. They have, the connection to God, I guess, which you want in Vegas, I guess. But also some brick here, so it's just, different design elements. This is kind of the more old school. I don't know why they put a dartboard there. I love darts, and that'd be kind of hard to play darts like that. But, a cellar-looking wine cellar. Very fun, very different. And then moving on, you have a modern in 2013, I believe. This house has a very feel like a Minecraft house. Like it's very blocky, but it works. It's open and airy, and the blockiness doesn't quite. And I like the floating staircases; those are always cool. And it does it without being too much of an office feel. So I think they did it in a very kind of artistic way. And even the pool is blocky like that. I think works great. And then they added some texture and tile along places, and it was just a fun. So different looks of different ages of Vegas through different years. Then it has a sauna, which I don't quite get for Vegas. I mean, can't you just walk outside? I don't understand that. So that's a little weird. But anyway, moving on. So this house, it was kind of lower because it's only 3 bedrooms. So it's like, so if you have kids and you have guests, do you have to kick a kid out of their bedroom to have guests over? So I don't know. It was a little weird. But they had a good pool. And the interior had this different kind of blockiness, which was just interesting. And stuff just kind of floated. And I liked the way they painted it. And it gave different visual appearances according to which direction you look. It's just hard to explain. I really liked the color patterns and the use of the form inside the building. It was just so well done. And then they have these luxury interiors in the master bathroom and the primary bathroom, and it was just so above the kind of stuff you saw in Reno and Tahoe. And this, you may think is kind of bonkers, but I'm always having to crink my neck to watch TV. So it's just, you can lay in bed and then look up at TV without having to, put an extra pillow underneath your head. So, and it had, its own entertainment areas and views and a nice pool. And this was all Tesla solar powered, so you're getting all your electricity off the Tesla solar. So that was another function too. This was a fun, just 4-bedroom, which kind of held it back a little bit. Oh, I forgot to show. So the previous house was here, and the next house is there. So this house was just west of Vegas. Okay, so this new house is also just west of Vegas. So they're all really, really close. But this had a more kind of very open living room with kind of the balcony around it, which led to all the bedrooms, which is a wonderful, you like your open concept, so you could have just a huge party going on down there, and everybody can kind of be in one room and congregate. So it was a great way to do it. fireplace is a little weird, it's kind of sticking up in natural stone, but the attention to detail and the wood inlays of the bar area were outstanding. It's just so much more than they had to do. And then the funky fans. I love the funky fans. Big fan of the weird, extravagant fans. And so this one also had a sauna, which I still don't get, but it had a great outdoor cooking area, and I appreciate that because I like to grill out and everything. So just to have something covered from the elements and the rain and the sun and the heat, and where you could have people out there and eat, and has a great pool, but it also has a full-sized tennis court, and it is also lit so you can play at night. And there we go, not too far away from the strip, so very fun. The winner we will get to in a winner. Okay, so this is the house winner. It's a 6-bedroom house, and it's kind of the furthest away from the strip, but still not too far. It was only half an hour, I do believe. But it had so many cool features, and it had an area to park an RV, which was cool, and not one, but 2 saltwater pools, one for the adults, one for the kids. Both of them have hot tubs. And it's got this big, like 30-foot screen here and it's got a projector on it, so you can show movies on there, which is just outstanding. But it's got 2 or 3 saltwater tanks in here, and there's another one. It's a big one. It's a shark tank. And I don't know why there's not more aquariums in these well-to-do homes. But it just a big seating area. Here's the big aquarium. So you could just sit there in the chair and kind of watch. And the design in this is a little garish at times, but it's just not plain. And I really like that they put some extra into this. They definitely had a sea theme going into this, and I think just having the ability to have all the extra bedrooms here would be pretty outstanding. And we're going to go down down. So in addition to plenty of bedrooms and a kid area and a kid bathrooms, which is fun, or an adult who likes to be a kid, you walk on down to the basement, which is just fun. And I get into this kitschy stuff, but it has a really good projection theater, and you gotta have a place to show off your Star Wars figs. So I just really kind of vibe with this film, and I think I get them. So, and a little arcade in the back is just outstanding. It's like someone asked me what I would want to do, and they made it. So it's just, that would be my Vegas house, because the deal is, if you had a pandemic, this would be a great place to hang out until stuff boiled over. So I really enjoyed that. But our honorable mention is, of any place in the country, normally I don't have any condos and I don't have anything like that, but if there's any place in the country I would get a condo, it would be here. So this is not showing up, but it's right on the strip. It's a 14-minute walk from the Bellagio fountains up here, and that'd be so cool. Every night you could watch the fountains and walk along the strip, but then go back and not have to worry about driving, and just be right in the middle of all of it. So if you had that kind of money, it's only a 3-bedroom only, but let's see what that gets you. It gets you a nice view of things, and I guess the other nice thing would be that someone else would have to take care of your air conditioner if it broke. So living in this area, you don't have a lot of room, so it's just a lot more cramped. 2,000 square feet is quote cramped, but compared to some of these other mammoth houses, yeah, it kind of is. But so it's not the place, but it's just being a stone's throw away from all the action would be just outstanding. And if you weren't there, you could just let your family or whoever just kind of stay there, and it's got amenities inside the condo. So I don't know if they have an external shot or not. It doesn't seem like it. So anyway, so there you go. There's one wonderful, fabulous Vegas. I've not been back there in a long time. I think the last time I was there, they were just building the MGM So a long time ago. So anyway, take care. I hope you enjoyed. Good evening.